Can you hear me? Raise your hand if you cannot hear me. Let's see who's British, so catch it in a minute. Hey, how can you hear one they kind of move around, that's why I've got these portable mics. I can move out here, get better looking, you guys. Assalamu alaikum. I came all this way, I want to be closer to you than just sitting up on the stage, so I thought if I walk over, is it okay? All right. The brother said I kind of embarrassed him when I kissed him on stage. And I want to be fair, so I asked him, are you married? He said, yeah, I'm married. I said, how many? He said, just one for the time being. I think that's your wife with the gun. But alhamdulillah, that's subhanahu wa ta'ala guided us to Islam, and that's fantastic. This is like the best news that there ever was, that Allah gave you hidayah or guidance to get into Islam. And just as I started the program a minute ago, or actually hours ago, but I asked, who are the ones that didn't accept Islam yet? I'm going to ask you, raise your hand. Because I think you moved around. Ah, there you are. I knew you were there somewhere. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a question. This is for our guests. Have you had any fun today? Did you learn anything today? Feel like it was a good investment of your time? Cool. You don't have to give them money back. But I would like to also ask, would you notice one of the things that Muslims keep stressing in everything that we say over and over and over? We keep talking about God. You notice that? This is what we do all the time, by the way. We go to each other's house, we sit and we talk about God. We go out somewhere together, riding around, we talk about God. We talk about Allah and His Messenger and His Word. We will talk about rulings that come from this. We'll talk about how our life is in relationship to what it's supposed to be, according to what we know from our deen. Deen means way of life. So, if you know that that's what we do, ask yourself, how come I'm not doing that? Do I do that? Do I even know what God wants from me? Because what we find in the Quran is an amazing statement. Would you like to know what your purpose is? Do you want to know what your Creator actually said about you? Because He revealed it 1400 years ago in His speech, in His recitation. He said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. You know why scholars do that, but they stop like that? Huh? You think they're testing you? No, they forgot. Yes. It means Allah is telling you the only reason for creating jinn and the human beings is to give them the chance to fulfill the purpose of worshiping Him without purpose. So you have a choice. This is very good news. You have an opportunity. But it's not a whole lot that you're choosing from. It's a real simple decision. You choose to worship Him or you worship what He created. That's where it boils down to. You worship Him who is in the unseen, Al-Ghaib. You worship Him who is the master of the universe, Malik Yawm al-Din. You worship Him, the one who is all hearing. and all-seeing. Semiun Basir. You worship Him, the only one to be worshipped, La ilaha illallah, or else you will worship what He created. Some atheists will say, oh, not me, because I don't even believe in God. I believe in intellect. I believe in, human mind. I believe in psychology. I believe in Darwin's theory of blah, blah, blah. So basically, he still is believing, isn't he? He just got to saying it. He believes in what? Creation? No, I don't believe in creation. Well, then how did he get here? Notice that big accident. I asked a stupid question. You see that? See it? It's glass. Right? Now, if I drop it out in the street, what will happen to this glass? Will it break? Yes. Yeah. And when it falls and when it breaks, will it break up into 6 little small glasses and each one of them is full of shot? Or cover? Or will it just shatter and make a mess? That's called random, isn't it? Suppose I take this one and I drop it next. Will it break exactly the same way this one did? No. They'll be different, yes? So, question. How, if you can recognize with 2 glasses, there's no way they can accidentally bounce together or pieces come together and make something else, how come you can't look at the universe and figure out the same thing? Huh? Let me give you another example. If a big windstorm comes, tornado, cyclone, I don't know what you call it over here, windstorm, and it goes through the junkyard, and I don't know what they call a junkyard over here. That's my office. Anyway, a big junkyard, and it goes through and pulls all these old pieces of metal, refrigerators and stoves and garbage, and pushes it all up in the air. And when it all comes down, does it make a brand new Mercedes-Benz running, the motors running, and you don't drive it? Why you're laughing? Don't laugh it down. This is what atheists believe. That's their belief, and they have a right to that. That's what they believe. Do they need any proof? No. They just believe. So I think an atheist has much more faith, really, than some of the people in other religions. Because they're dedicated. I mean, they really believe, hey, there ain't nothing after this life. And look at the power of positive thinking on that one. I have money to live more. Yay! Whoa. We call people the nonsense. And they laugh at us. That's pretty good. But I don't be too hard on. But what is your purpose? Why are you here? Why did you come here today? Why are you here? Why are you on the earth? What is the reason for your existence? And you did not create yourself. You don't know how to create a human being. Don't talk to me about biology, that's called procreation, okay? I understand that. What we're talking about is that you have a purpose. And if you fulfill that purpose, you'll be in good shape with your Lord. But if you don't fulfill that purpose, here we go. Big end. You ever have one of these? You know, a whole bunch of them for a pound, right? Dollar store or something. Yeah? But if you have one in your pocket, and somebody said, let me borrow your pen. I said, oh, pen. But you're going to stand right there and wait for him to get done because I need my pen back. Yeah? Even though I only got a few pens wrapped up, I still want my pen. Yeah? Yeah, you can have my pen. Oh, yeah, sorry. Here's your pen. Okay, cool. And I want my pen. I'm going to take care of my pen. And be sure that I'm going to take care of this. Make sure that I got it with me. If I need to write anything, I got my pen. But what happens the minute it runs out of ink? You don't need that anymore. Yes or no? If you understand what I just showed you, I want you to understand your Lord, the Rabb, the Lord of the universe, does not need you at all. So how about if you don't fulfill your purpose? How easy would it be for Him to throw you? Think about it. That's scary. That's really scary. Because the law has made it clear. This is not something new. This isn't a new religion. This is going all the way back to Adam. People have always known about hellfire. They've always known about paradise. It's not a new subject. They've always known about obeying the commandments of God. All of this is the same. It's have a different name for a prophet. Now we got a little different custom in the way you eat. Some people won't eat shellfish, other people never eat pork. Fine and dandy. But the most important thing is, who do you worship? And do you worship Him exclusively, or do you include His creation amongst that which you worship? Because if you worship the Creator alone without partners, you have succeeded. But if you worship anything He created, even though you worship Him, you have failed. Because worship for Him has to be 100%. Not 99.9 and not 110. You hear people say 110%, but there is no such thing. It's 100%. That's what He wants from you in worship. And worship includes a lot in Islam. It's not a matter of just when I stand and pray. But it's also a matter of how I treat people. It's a matter of how I treat my mom, my dad, how I treat my children, my wife, how I treat the people that I work with, how I treat other Muslims, and how I treat non-Muslims. And even in Islam, it's important for me to have proper treatment for my enemies. When you have enemies in Islam, you're fighting them, fighting your enemies. If the subject is that you're fighting for other than Allah, you can't do it. If you're fighting for Allah, you can fight. One of the companions of Muhammad was engaged in one of the battles, and they were fighting. His enemy had lost his sword, and he felt like there's nothing left, so he spit. He spit, and it was the cousin of the Prophet. Spit on him. And when he spit on him, Ali pulled his sword back. The enemy looked, he said, "What are you doing? You going to kill me?" He said, "No. If I would have killed you before, it would have been for Allah. But if I kill you now, it's for me, and that's forbidden in Islam." Think about it. Even our enemies, we have certain things that we have to give to them. If we capture enemies, we're not allowed to torture them. We can't put bags over their head and drag them off to an island somewhere. Not that I'm trying to make any comparison. I don't do that political scene, man. I don't need all that. And we can't make them take off their clothes and parade around like a dog either. All of the things, it's strange. When I get into Islam, by the way, all of the things that I hear other people say about Islam, I wait. But that's what you do. That's you. You got the wrong. Excuse me, are you talking to a mirror? If somebody opens a restaurant and they call it the jihadist restaurant, how long are we going to close it down? Oh, I'm sorry, but how long? An hour, 2 hours? Unless it's in a Muslim country, then it'll be about 15 minutes. So we'll never call it that, yes? And there's nothing wrong with this word. This is something very good. People who struggle and strive against the worst obstacles to overcome the shaitan, inside and outside, and stop fitna and terrorism. This is the definition in the Islamic culture and understanding in the dictionary. That's what it means. That's what it means. thing. But right down the road, as we came here today, I passed by the restaurant called the Crusader. Yes or no? Excuse me? And you look up the definition of Crusader, and it's not something good. But it's okay for you. No problem. But then you turn around and say that it's us. You're looking into a very distorted picture. Very distorted picture. If you really believe that Muslims have anything to do with terrorism and that they want to wipe out the rest of the world, then you better head for the hills fast, because there's 1.5 billion of us. And if you ever lived in a Muslim country or around Muslims, you know it's not true. There isn't anybody on this planet, really, as a group, that's more honest, has more integrity and sincerity than your Muslim neighbor. That if you leave and go, can you watch my car, watch my house, or something like that, you come back, it's going to be all right. But they'll do that. There was a man, this happened in Indiana, United States. He hated Muslims, and he hated Islam, he hated everything about it. He had a Muslim neighbor who lived upstairs above his house, in their apartment. And every time the Muslim would go by, he would say something nasty. He would make faces at him and insult him. Sound familiar? Listen. The man left, and he was gone for a period of time. The Muslim went and gathered up his mail, his newspapers, anything that was on his doorstep. He picked it up, put it in a bag, and he took it to his house every day. Every day he kept taking it and taking it, until he saw one day the papers were gone. He knew the man was back. So, knocked on the door, took the stuff, and brought the bags to the man. He said, "What is this?" He said, "Well, you were gone, and your mail and your papers came, and I was afraid people would see it. No, you're not home. They might break in and rob you." He said, "Oh my God, man, I'm sorry. But you know, you probably didn't know this, but I was insulting you. I was saying bad things." He said, "I know exactly what you were saying." He said, "Well, why did you do this for me?" He said, "It's our religion. This is what Islam teaches us. This is the kind of neighbor we have to be." The man said, "I'm so sorry." He said, I just didn't realize that. I thought Islam is about terrorism." He said, "Well, I don't blame you. I can see your front page of your newspapers too." The man started reading the Quran and going with him to the mosque. Immediately he started going. He said, "I need to make up for this. I'm going to check out this religion so I can tell other people what you guys are about." And he becomes a friend to him. And within a very short time he accepted Islam. I want to caution my young brothers and sisters on this stuff. I realize people are treating you very bad today in some cases. Some people are being very rude. But they're doing so out of ignorance and a lack of class. That's the truth. Overlook it. Actually go pray for them. That's even better. Because you never know when somebody, like me, will suddenly get guided by Allah and change and leave that and come back to the natural fitrah of Islam, which is alhamdulillah. In my case, it happens in many cases. I just got through meeting quite a few who just came to Islam within the last year. Are they here with us or are they outside? And the group from Sheffield. Anybody from Sheffield is here? Whoa! All right. Any of the new Muslims from Sheffield? Raise your hand. Any of the new Muslims last year, within the last year? MashaAllah. Welcome to Islam. We'd love to have you. Good. Now I'm going to ask our non-Muslim friends who visited with us to consider something. If you believe there's a God, what do you believe your relationship is supposed to be with Him? Should it be one where you tell Him what to do? You tell Him what He likes and what He has to put up with? Or is it one where He tells you what to do and you obey Him on His terms? which way does it go? And if it's the former instead of the latter, then you're talking about Islam. If it's the latter, then you're talking about Islam. He's made up by a human being. The word Islam means in Arabic 5 things: surrender, submit, obey, sincere, and peace. Those 5 things are from this one beautiful word, Islam. And whoever does that, submit to Allah, surrender to Almighty God, obey their Lord above, be sincere in their relationship with their Creator, and be at peace with whatever He gives them in this life, then they're doing Islam even if they don't know the Arabic word for it. So yes, anybody, anywhere, anytime could be an Islamer or mu Islam. In the Arabic language, you use the prefix mu instead of the suffix and it's not Islam it's a mu Islam. Muslim. Did you say Muslim? You said Muslim?
Muslim.
Again, Muslim?
Muslim.
Real loud?
Muslim.
Faster?
Muslim.
You want to be a what?
Muslim.
Touch it. If there's anybody now who wants to accept Islam, you're welcome to come up and do so. The most important thing is to accept Islam in your heart. To say, God, I recognize you as the only creator to stand on the earth. I recognize you as being the only Savior, and I recognize you as being the one who I need to deal with personally. Forgive me and guide me. If you did that, it's between you and Him, and I don't need to know anybody. But if you want to declare your Shahada and come forward, you can do that too. It's open. And you don't have to do it tonight. You can do it whenever you feel like it. But I recommend this to you. Consider it. Think about it. But don't wait after you make the decision. Because nobody knows how long you live. You don't know if you're going to wake up in the morning. That's a fact. So that's my advice to myself and all of us. Consider your purpose and act accordingly. Inshallah, I'll make this dua. It's a little prayer. I ask Allah that He'll give us guidance. And He'll put our feet on the straight path that we see. I ask Him to give us a balm, a healing. Not a bomb, a balm, which means a healing, a salve. To fix our hearts, as Muslims, to fix us in the right way. And then make a good way for us to work together with all the communities. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive me for my way and make me do better next time I come and see all of you here in Hometown or wherever I may see you again. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.